Come with us as we dive through an incredible journey through the pages of Genesis. From the first utterances that led to the creation of our universe, to the remarkable tales of Noah's Ark. In this interactive summary, we invite you to lean in and discover how these captivating stories and profound lessons have shaped our understanding of the world and humanity around us. So without further ado, let's get into the story of creation. Genesis begins with the story of creation, taking us all the way back to the very beginning of time. In this narrative, we witness the magnificent power of God as He speaks the universe into existence. From the separation of light and darkness to the formation of land, sea, and sky, each act of creation reveals God's wisdom and intentionality. The creation of humanity holds a special place in this account. In the image of God, Adam and Eve are brought to life and placed in the Garden of Eden, a paradise where they could enjoy a close relationship with their Creator. This section of Genesis not only explains the origin of humanity, but also sets the stage for the complexity and challenges that follows. The Garden of Eden and the fall of humanity. The story of the Garden of Eden is actually the most well-known narrative in Genesis. It presents a utopian vision of a harmonious relationship between humans, nature, and God. However, this doesn't really last long. Adam and Eve succumb to temptation by eating of forbidden fruit from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. The consequences of their disobedience is severe. They are banished from the garden, and humanity is cursed with pain, suffering, and eventually death. This story serves as a cautionary tale about the nature of temptation and the importance of obedience to God and His commands. The story of Cain and Abel. The story of Cain and Abel follows the fall of humanity and explores the themes of jealousy, anger, and the consequences of sin. Cain, the oldest son of Adam and Eve, becomes consumed with jealousy when God accepts Abel's sacrifice but rejects his. In a fit of rage, Cain murders his brother, forever altering the course of human history. This tragic story speaks to the destructive power of unchecked emotions and devastating consequences of harboring jealousy and resentment. It also serves as a reminder to the responsibilities we have to control our actions, emotions, and the importance of seeking reconciliation and forgiveness. Cain's punishment in exile was that he had to wander the earth for the rest of his life. However, God was still merciful because He marked Cain so that people that came around would not kill him. The Flood and Noahs Ark. One of the most famous stories in Genesis is the account of the Great Flood and Noah's Ark. As humanity grows increasingly wicked, God decides to cleanse the earth and start anew. He instructs Noah to build an ark and gather a pair of every animal to survive this impending flood. Noah's obedience and faithfulness to God's instructions are highlighted in this story. Despite facing ridicule and doubt from others, he diligently follows God's commands. The flood waters eventually cover the earth, but Noah and his family, along with the animals, are protected within God's ark. After the flood subsides, God establishes a covenant with Noah, promising never to destroy the earth in this same way again. Hence, we get our first rainbow. The story of the flood and Noah's Ark teaches us about the importance of trust, obedience, and the faith in the face of adversity. It emphasizes the need to heed God's warnings and instructions, even when they might seem unusual or illogical. It also highlights the power of God's mercy and his commitment to establishing a new beginning for humanity. Abraham and Sarah. Abraham is one of the pillars of the Christian faith. His story is one of faith, miracles, and promises fulfilled. From the moment he received God's call to leave his homeland, Abraham's life was forever changed. His obedience and trust in God's plan set him apart as a man of faith. Abraham's journey led him to the land of Canaan, where God promised him to make him a great nation. Despite his old age and his wife Sarah's barrenness, Abraham believed in the impossible. True to his word, God blessed Sarah to miraculously conceive as she gave birth to their son, Isaac. In the midst of all the joy that came with their baby boy Isaac, Abraham faced a tremendous test of his faith. God commanded him to sacrifice his beloved son as a burnt offering. In an act of his unwavering faith, Abraham obeyed without question. However, at the last minute, God provided a ram caught in the thicket to take Isaac's place. Abraham's unwavering faith and obedience earned him the title Father of Many Nations. Through him, God established a covenant that will bless all the nations of the earth. Abraham's legacy continues to impact believers today as we learn from his example to trust and rely on God's promises. We hope that you've enjoyed this adventure through some of the stories and themes of Genesis. There are so many treasures of timeless wisdom found in the pages of the Bible. We hope that God shows you even more as you walk with him. May the Word of God shape your understanding of the world and your place in it. We love you. Until next time.